What is going on, everybody, and welcome back into Call of the Wild, where Mississippi is finally out across all platforms. I've got the map open here. I figured what we would go ahead and do for some of you that are going to start your hunting is we could go ahead and I could give you guys a bit of a guided tour for things like need zones, animal locations, times, and things like that. So let's go ahead and jump on into what I'm going to call the ultimate guide to the Mississippi Acres Reserve. Now, the Mississippi is the latest North American addition into the Call of the Wild world, and it features 9 animals, okay? A couple of them we've seen before, and a couple of them are new. So let's go ahead and make our way through them. So starting off, we have the alligators, the brand new species, the first reptile species that's been introduced into the game, which I'm really excited to go out and start hunting, and I know that a lot of you guys are as well. We also have the whitetail deer. Obviously, they've been featured on a couple of maps before. Then we have the trash pandas, as they are called, the raccoons. They're really awesome. I like the color variants in them across the male and females, and I think that they're going to be a fan favorite out there for that brand new 22 Hornet rifle that does come out with this map. We then also have the Bobwhite Quails, which they're kind of like the pheasants. You need to flush them out to get the integrity of the kill, so that's going to be something. Obviously, EW using that brand new feature with the Bobwhite Quails to sort of keep it fresh for people. Then we also have the rabbit. Now, I'm not too sure what variant of rabbit it is, but there is a rabbit species on the map. We also have the North American turkeys as well, which are actually, I think they're slightly bigger than the ones that we've seen on maps like SRP and Mexico. So they're going to be pretty awesome. We then have the wild hogs, I believe they are called. So they are pretty cool. They do look very similar to the sort of like a reskin of the feral pigs that we've seen on New Zealand recently. Then we also have the black bear. Now, the black bear have had an update in terms of their furs. Well, all species have, to be honest with you. All species have, so there's no longer a common fur for animals. They now give you a defined color, so whether it be black, brown, olive for the gators, or whatever it may be, there's no more common. It gives you an actual name for them, which I think is really awesome. And then finally, we have the gray fox. Now, the gray fox, I do believe, is essentially the same as the red fox that we've seen on maps previously, just obviously called a gray fox. So there we go. They are the animals that are available on this map, and you guys can go ahead and start hunting those right now. But in order to do that, you're going to need to know where they are located. So let's go ahead and let's jump into that bit of the game. Alrighty then, so we are going to do this animal by animal to keep it simple, and also if there's an animal in particular you are looking for, there will be the little sections of the video that you can go to directly to get that information. But we are going to start off with the alligators. Now, if I pull up the map here, so this map is it's a quite nice one. It feels quite small, but it's actually kind of deceiving. It's much bigger once you actually start exploring it. And the alligators, I'm going to give you guys a couple of zones, okay? They may be found in other areas as well, but for now, I'm going to give you sort of like 3 main points, and I'm going to leave the rest for you guys to find. So there's still an element of discovering that you can do for yourself. So the first one is going to be down here, okay, at the Great River Plain. This is going to be a really great area to find a lot of gators chilling. There tends to be good groups of them that come down, or as I learned recently, they are actually called a congregation. So you will often find a decent sized congregation of gators down here at the bottom left of the map, and also you'll find them going right between the Great River Plain and the Catfish Bank. Right along this edge here, you are going to find a ton of them, okay? Now, the best time to find them is going to be 9:30 to 4 p.m, okay? That is going to be the easiest time to spot them. They do have a nighttime zone as well, but I'm just going to focus on the daytime zone because that's going to be when the majority of you guys are actually hunting for them. And you will often find them resting up on this bank right along here on the left side, down in this bottom area as well. And then we also have, it's named quite fittingly, Gator Lakes. These 3 here, and also this 4th one up over here. Moving on, then we have the whitetail deer. Now, the whitetail deer are a good species to go ahead and hunt, especially if you are on the grind for that beautiful great one. Now, they are going to be found in the bottom right section, okay, really far over here in the bottom right. So you'll want to get yourself as outpost all sorted out. Make your way over to here. This is a really good spot to find them. There's also the top right section, which is going to be sort of around this lake, but also a little bit higher above in the fields. And then also on this sort of final bend here, anywhere in this sort of Catfish Bank area, there is going to be plenty of whitetails roaming on around. In fact, we are here right now, and I can hear one calling off in the distance just over here. So yeah, sort of anywhere along here, and then also pretty much anywhere along this top sort of area here, you'll find a lot of them. That's their drink zone. You'll find a lot of drink zones right along this sort of top bend of the river there. So that's going to be a really good spot for whitetails. Now, the whitetail time is 8:30 to 11, but also, as you guys know, they often drink 12:30 till 4 p.m. Now, I'm not too sure if that need zone is true for this area as well, but I do know that it carries across Leighton Lakes and Rancho Del Arroyo, so I can predict that they are going to have that sort of 12:30 till 4 p.m. Drink zone on this map as well. Not confirmed from myself. I do know, however, that they are available 8:30 till 11 a.m. And let's go ahead and move on now to the raccoons. Now then, the little trash pandas, also known as raccoons, can often be found anywhere on this sort of midsection of the map. They like to run around through the fields and also through the forest areas, so do keep an eye out for them there. But believe me, they will let you know when they are around because they give off an almighty cry. Some people have even compared it to wild dogs, so gives you a rough idea as to how loud they are. But yeah, you'll often find them in this sort of middle area, which is called, what's that, Ball Tree Break. So yeah, you can find them around this midsection. You'll also go ahead and be able to find them in the top right. Again, like the whitetails, especially in this sort of this nice little area up here where there's tree cover. They often like to hang out around there. And then also you'll find them along this sort of lower bank of the river as well. So that's going to be a really good area in Jonesville. You can find quite a lot of raccoons around there. The raccoons are quite cute. I must admit, I have got a soft spot for them. And the 22 Hornet does do a good job of taking them out. Now, a good thing to note about these is that they aren't limited to only vital organ shots, okay? So similar rule to the way that mallards and turkeys work. If you hit them anywhere and they go down, you'll keep the integrity of the kill. So if it's a diamond potential, don't worry about hitting the lungs or the heart or the liver. You'll be able to take them down if you go ahead and hit them anywhere. Now then, as for need zones for the raccoons, they will often be found sort of late midday, sort of 10:30 till 2 p.m. But they are also very easy to find at night. If you go ahead and get your night vision goggles out, you will often find them between midnight and 3:30 a.m. They have a nighttime / early morning time there that they are active, moving around. Often that's quite a good time to find them, especially up here in the Jonesville area. You'll find a lot of them down at the river taking a drink around that time. And then moving on, we come to our Bobwhite Quail, the beautiful animal that is brand new to the game. Now, one place that I have found them quite a lot is in this northern section up here, okay? In this northern section, when I was going along getting these outposts and lookout towers, I was taking this main road here, and the Bobwhite Quail were flying out of these fields all over the place. They love the cornfields, guys. So if you find a cornfield, give it a good old flush. You might just catch yourself lucky with some Bobwhite Quails. Now then, a busy spot must be down here because this is also a really good spot to go ahead and find the rabbits that are on this map. They will have one need zone or two need zones, I believe, around this area here. At least that's where I found them previously. Now, I don't have any need zones on my map really at the moment because I did start it fresh coming over from the beta to the standard game. However, I will go ahead and say that there does seem to be a good presence of them over in this area. Now, the rabbits are going to be a early morning animal, so that's going to be from 4 a.m. to 7:30 in the morning. But then they also have a 1 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. zone as well. So that's going to be a good time to find them. Now, another spot, okay, a good reference point is going to be this left-hand lookout tower right here. This is going to be a really good place to find them in this field around here, okay? It's quite an active zone, this one. There's going to be quite a few animals that you find over here. Obviously, you've got the gators over here. You've got some whitetails. You'll have the rabbits and stuff. And then I believe that also the pigs will be over there as well. So that's going to be a good spot to find them. Like I say, 4 till 7:30, and then also from 1 p.m. till 5:30 as well. The brand new turkeys that are in the game, or at least a new variation of the turkeys that are in the game, they will also dominate this left side. Like I said, it gets quite busy over here, but often it's with the animals that you'll see in the air. So it takes a little bit less of trying to find them through the forest area because they will often be flying above you. Now, if you come on down to this outpost right down here, it's a great time early in the morning to go ahead and spot some gators and then make your way on into the lands to get yourself some turkeys and some rabbits. And then moving your way on up, you can get some whitetails, and then moving up further, you can get some pigs, and then moving on around, you can get some more gators, and you get the point. You can sort of carry on moving through the day, and you'll be coming into the different animal need zone times as you move on up through the map. Moving on from the turkeys, now we come to the wild hogs, the pigs that we get on this map. They can often be found, again, in the sort of Bingham Bayou Central fields over here, okay? They are going to have a good presence in this area. They are quite fun to go ahead and take out. What I love to do, okay, and this might sound a little bit Rambo style, but I absolutely love to jump on an ATV, flush them out of the fields into the open area, and then jump off my ATV and just start going at them with the M1. It's a lot of fun. I would encourage you guys to try it if you haven't tried it before. You might just find the new favorite way of hunting them. But as well as in this area up here, you can also find them up towards the Devil Fork area of the map as well. Now, turkey don't have a set need zone time. I did forget to mention that before. I haven't found a set need zone in this area for them. I'm sure they do have need zones, but I haven't been able to find them as of yet. And then we have the pigs, which are going to be up here. Now, their need zone times are going to be early in the morning, 3:30 till 6:30. So very similar to where they are on New Zealand around the fallow lake. I know that one tends to be sort of 5:30 till 8:30 kind of time, so you'll often find them nice and early in the morning. But then also the wild hogs, sorry, as I've put the note here, they're actually called wild hogs. They can also be found up until 10 a.m. Okay, so that is going to be the maximum time that you'll often find them moving around the day, at least for a need zone. When we come onto the black bear, they sort of have a right side dominance. I don't tend to find them over on the left hand side at all. I maybe haven't been doing enough exploring over there. I have been trying to get my map opened as much as possible. But they tend to sort of meander from this bottom right lake up through over to this lake and then finish up at the very top right hand side of the map. They are a very right dominant side animal, and you'll often be able to find them if you go along this track here or along this road. You'll often find the bears calling out, so you'll be able to find them quite easily. They don't spook too easily unless you're using something like an ATV, but even then they are quite big animals, so you're easily able to spot them running through the trees. But yeah, they are going to be over on this left hand side, and I would definitely recommend taking a run from Pilgrim's Point right the way up to Gator Lakes and seeing what you can find over in that area. Now, as for the need zone times, the black bear need zone that I've found, okay, is going to be from 8:30 until midnight 30. Okay, so 8:30 until 30 past midnight. That tends to be the need zone that I've found. However, I must admit, I do see them running around a lot during the day as well, so I'm not too sure as their daytime need zones, but I do know that they have one. But I would go ahead and hazard a guess that it's probably between 9:30 and 1 p.m. That tends to be a good time that I find them anyway, so I'm sure that you guys will have a similar success. And now then, of course, coming on to the final animal, which is going to be the grey fox, okay? So obviously we've had the red foxes in the game for a little while now. However, we have finally got the grey fox. Now, they will often be found, again, similar to the pigs, they'll be found in the center of the map, although they do come across both sides here, okay? So you can find them in the Horseshoe Bend area of it, as well as the Bingham Bayou area, so you can find it across both sort of central areas there. However, they can also be found, again, busy area down on this bottom right section. Now, their need zone time, often their busiest time tends to be between 5 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. However, I do believe that they also have a early need zone as well from about 3:30 till 8 a.m. as well. So that tends to be it in terms of the animal locations and need zone times. However, as some of you guys may be starting out there, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to pause the video here if you want to go ahead and get a quick look at the outposts. I am currently stood at one over here as well, so that's an additional one there. However, if you guys do want to go ahead and pause the video, then now is your opportunity to do that. So I just wanted to finish up really talking about the class of animal that are in this game. Obviously, we have the class 1 bobtail, Bobwhite Quail, sorry, the bobtail. So I just wanted to finish up really talking about the classes of animal on this game. Obviously, we have the turkeys and the quail that are going to be class 1, but we also have the black bears that are going to be on class 7, which means that you're going to need a little range of guns, okay? Now, the guns are entirely up to you guys. I've seen a lot of people saying they're going with the Mosin for this one. I've seen a lot of people saying that they are going with the muzzle loader. And what I would say is that if you guys want to go ahead and try out the 22 Hornet that's just come out with this map, then by all means go ahead and use that with the something like the 22 and also the 303 will do a great job. However, if you wanted to get something that's going to hit a little bit harder, I would say go with something more along the lines of the 22 LR, the 243, and then the M1. I feel like that's going to be a better all-rounder because I do feel like the 22 Hornet is slightly underpowered. Hopefully that'll be changing as the time goes on. But for right now, I will personally be running the 22 LR, the 243 for the class 2, even some of the class 4s I might as well go ahead and try taking them out with the 243. But the M1 obviously shoots from class 4 up to class 8, so it's going to be able to cover the rest of the animals on this map, and I think that that is going to be the best option for me. Now obviously you can use something like the muzzle loader, which I know a lot of people are going to use to take out the gators, because obviously it's got really high penetration. But the reality is, if you guys want to try different combinations, then go for it, right? Use the full spectrum of guns available in the game and have fun with it. At the end of the day, most guns are either going to be class 4 to 8 or they're going to be class 1 to 3. So mix and match, see which one works best, and let me know down in the comments which combination you guys are enjoying the most. And then one final note would be about callers, okay? Now, there are different callers that you guys can use. Obviously, for the whitetails, you can use the deer callers. For the turkeys, you can use the turkey caller. I personally don't run them on my map, so I don't really have any suggestions because I haven't had a hands-on experience with them. But the standard callers that you guys are using for the animals, you know, the distressed fawn for the bear and things like that, carry on using those if you use them already. But if you don't, there's no need to pick them up for this map. And just have fun out there. I hope this video has given you guys a good bit of insight regarding the animals, where they are, when they are there, and also regarding my opinions on the guns that you guys should be using. If you have any questions, please do feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I will do my best to answer all of them. And apart from that, I will be going ahead and giving you guys the ultimate hunting guide for every other reserve available in the game in the coming weeks. So until then, guys, enjoy the hunt out there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace.